If you are consistently masturbating with porn, it means that your brain is associating visual stimulation with becoming erect and ejaculating. And that is not going to help you in terms of getting an erection, maintaining it, and being able to really enjoy yourself in bed with your woman. So maybe you start with the porn and turn it off once you're hard and close your eyes and try to be stimulated with other senses. Expand your capacity so that when you're having sex, you get to enjoy the magnificent sexual connection with your partner. You want to be having better sex with your woman. I'm going to give you some tips that you're not going to expect, because every single one of them is something that you do while you're masturbating in order to be ready to have an awesome experience with your woman. Because most men erroneously have watch porn, have a quickie, feel good and de-stressed and move on with the day. And then you expect to have this beautiful, sensual, connected, extended, orgasmic lovemaking experience with your woman. Well, at least you hope to. But the point is that if you want to have a really great experience with her, then make the times you have with yourself the best preparation for how you're going to be with her. If you think of it, if you want to run a marathon, you don't just run 200 yards often and then expect to be prepared for your marathon or even your half marathon. No, you need to run many half marathons and some marathons in order to be prepared for a marathon. So, using that kind of a context, I want to tell you a number of ways that you can enhance the sex you're having with your woman by the ways that you masturbate and experience pleasure on your own. So here's the first thing. If you typically are sitting at your desk masturbating to porn, you are in the process training yourself to get hard, last, and ejaculate while sitting in a desk chair, while sitting in a position that it is extremely unlikely that you will be in while actually having sex with your woman. So what do you do about this? You train your body to be able to get hard, relax, experience pleasure, and ejaculate in multiple positions. Sometimes do it lying on your back on your bed. Sometimes do it on your belly. Sometimes on your knees. It's kind of like versatility at the gym. You would not just work out one set of muscles. You need to do your arms, do your legs. Similarly, when you are masturbating for yourself, with yourself, make a point of doing that in more positions, because that will give you more flexibility and responsiveness and choice when you're with your woman. Second point, this one for a woman is like so obvious, but that's because men's bodies and women's bodies are different. So I want to share this to you as a man, knowing it might have occurred to you and it might not have, and it doesn't matter. It's about what you do going forward. So the fact that it is possible for you to put a little spit on your hand and then masturbate is great if all you ever want to do is solo sex. But if you want to have great sex with a woman, then make it a habit to use lube, coconut oil, whatever it is that you choose that would be appropriate, but have the whole experience really well lubricated and slippery. Because otherwise, if your cock is in the vagina of a lubricated woman, especially during the years when she's menstruating, you're going to be slipping and sliding and it can be distracting. So be ready by having lots of slip and slide while you're masturbating. The third tip that I'm going to give is that most men, when they masturbate, it is between them and their cock. It is between you and the boner in your hand. However, when you're having sex, other than like a hookup quickie by the bathroom in a bar, but if you are going to be making love with someone you share a life and a bed with, there are going to be other parts of your body involved. So I want to invite you to run your hands through your hair, maybe touch your nipples a little bit, squeeze your ass, touch your thighs, like let all of your body in various ways any given time, just include more of your body when you're masturbating so that you can enjoy more of the erogenous zones in your body and have them sensitized and train your brain to associate sensation and touch throughout your body as part of an erotic experience. And here comes the fourth point, which is about pornography. Now, I'm not actually talking about pornography per se, but I do want to emphasize that one of the elements of pornography is that it is visual stimulation. Sometimes when you're having sex with your wife, there's an opportunity for visual stimulation. If she's feeling really confident and attractive and the lights are on and you get to look at her, maybe she's going to do a striptease or a lap dance, fabulous. If you have a woman who shows up with you in that way, you don't really need to take the advice I'm about to give. But most men who've been with their partner for a while are with a woman who is not as confident, and maybe the two of you like a little more romance and dim lights, just a candle lit, or maybe you're having sex in the dark, or maybe you adore her flesh, but visually she's not as stimulating as she used to be. All of this is fine and in no way prohibitive for absolutely fantastic sexual experiences. However, if you are consistently masturbating with porn, it means that your brain is associating visual stimulation with becoming erect and ejaculating. And that is not going to help you in terms of getting an erection, maintaining it, and being able to really enjoy yourself in bed with your woman. So vary it up. If you only have masturbated to porn for 10, 20 years, if you went from Playboy magazine to porn when it became available, well, you have the opportunity to develop incredible skills with your own sensuality. So maybe you start with the porn and turn it off once you're hard and close your eyes and try to be stimulated with other senses. Maybe if you're going to masturbate for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it is, half of the time you have the porn on, and then the second half you have it off. If you're able to have a really beautiful experience that isn't initiated with porn, well, then go the whole distance without it too. I'm not saying don't ever watch porn. I'm saying expand your capacity so that when you're having sex, you get to enjoy the magnificent sexual connection with your partner, and it doesn't feel pale and less stimulating than when you're masturbating to porn. So these are all things that your woman never even needs to know about, but they will definitely contribute to the two of you having more pleasure and more sexual fun if you masturbate in different positions with different postures, use lube, use the sensual richness of your whole body and not just your cock. 4 is disconnect from an exclusively visual stimulation in your personal sex practice and see what you get to enjoy when you're with yourself and when you're with your woman.